Here we go, son. Blue 58, blue 58, sit down. Sit down.
On first and 2, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
At the 42-yard line.
Second and 10.
Here we go. Up. 551. Test. Butt right. Right.
A shotgun snap. Fields. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also got a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball, grip it tight. I know it's cool to have it in one hand. Put it away and tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. Fields now to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. It's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
First and goal.
Fields going to change things up here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Here we go. Tonight. Tonight.
They'll run the ball into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Leads to second and
now it's Fields. And he's going to go down just outside the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal.
Hey, Ken. Alpha. Here we go. Hey. 222. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Full connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Okay.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Nice.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 19 Charger. Let go.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Second and 9.
18, run. Bronco 80. Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Willis. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, first-class words every time we hear that. Things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Hey, tonight. Delta. Tonight.
Here's Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First
Here we go.
and 10 at the 32-yard line.
319, get to that.
Fields. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Jets at 3-9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Up, let's go. Sit high.
Again, Fields. Will try and do this himself. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to win.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 19 yards away. And the Jets have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
60 Maverick.
Back to throw, Willis. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Inside the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Jet touchdown. Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Shotgun snap to Willis. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cut 19. 18, Rodney. 18. Ready.
Willis. And his throw is going to be incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Warriors 70. Let's go.
Willis to throw once more. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Go.
Running left, it's Hall. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
2-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Dolphins' 35-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Fields. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Medic. Up. 319 just tonight.
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. Mason Taylor, 29 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now up to 14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Willis will look to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Right in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Dolphins 21. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Foot connects on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Dolphins
21. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Trap 50, trap 50. Ready? Hook, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Last play of the half, Willis. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air, really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And it's complete to Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Fields going to run. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Right.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
331. Angel. Right.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He finds Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jared Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always say.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Fields holding the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. Kind of looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get him there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was the ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
The shotgun snap to Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And brought down about before they're inside the 25.
551. 551.
That's good for a Jets.
Hey, Ken.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, Ken. Press. Watch right. Right.
Back to throw now on first down. Going right back to Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, fourth down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Hey, Ken. Don't jump. Ready?
Will line
Go.
up for a
Fields trying to throw for it.
And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Dolphins 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and they certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Willis looking to throw it.
Now he's going to step up and run. And looking out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Willis showed off the wheels there. He gets him to first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Let's go now. 6, ready.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete.
And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. Darren Waller, 53 yards.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
That's the score. Jets 50. Dolphins 28.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they give them that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
second and
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they?
Here we go.
That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Play action. It's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now it's Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Here we go tonight. No mind. Gotw. Hey, can. Tonight.
Now Fields.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Throwing again is Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And the Jets are going to be set for the 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Chips here. Hey, Terry. Don't jump. Punch right. Nice. Right.
Here's Fields. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Dolphins 28.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And he'll get in. And they're going to draw the themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Hey, Ken. Out. 220. Hey, Ken. Sit high.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Alpha. Here we go. Sit high. Hey, 5:51. Sit high.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Willis looks to pass it here.
He's going to let it fly. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now Fields going to run.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. Down the left sideline.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go.
At the 28-yard line.
331. Sit high.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Jets take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Throwing for the other round, he finds Wilson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
It's a gain of 14.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down.
Out of the gun, they run him at home. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Fields. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Ready, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Buffalo 18.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
I just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gotw. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.